Hello, my dear Aries. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between February 16 to February 28, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you want to support my channel, you can click the ad in the beginning of the video or watch it for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. Thank you. I'm truly grateful for all of you watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I now have 25,000 subscribers and 100,000 viewers every time I put up my journals. It is amazing, and I try to imagine you are not so many to avoid stage fever. But remember, this channel would be nothing without you watching. You make this into a profession for me where I can do what I truly love. So you have forever my gratitude. Remember this. I now use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Cyril Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. So I call the Divine with love and light. I call the 4 Archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries. So, I want my dear Aries to have love in their lives, and I want them to find themselves having creative success, and I also want you to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I want to take the chance to tell you about the new moon, February 26th. The moon will be located on the same side of the earth as the sun, so it will be visible during daytime. And this day we will also have an annular solar eclipse. The moon is too far away from the earth to completely cover the sun. This will result in a ring of light around the darkened moon. So this eclipse will be visible throughout part of South America and southwestern Africa. So we have a jumper, 6 of Cups jumping for you. 6 of Cups is healing of your inner child. It's also past life experiences that's kind of resurfacing to heal, and also past relationship resurfacing to heal. Maybe remembering also a different relationship with kind of nostalgia. So here we have also the 5 fate. It's the High Priest or Hierophant. It's for cultural beliefs, society, cultural assumptions, all the beliefs that build up your world. So it might have something to do with spiritual growth and you remembering some part of your spiritual existence. So I'll just tune in for a few seconds. Okay. So Aries, this is your future. This is your now, and this is your past. So the first card for you, Aries, is 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands is you being very determined. It's like you have been forced to put up a fight, being very brave, and maybe fight through difficulties. And now it's like you're drawing the line in the sand, deciding that it will be like you want things to be. It's going to be like what you have worked for things to be. 8 Wands is kind of being here in the sun's rays, the first light of the dawn, maybe. And it's showing like spiritual energy is there to support you on this maybe a little bit hard part of your journey, and it wants to support you in a way that you show self-love and self-respect and align with yourself and your true wants and needs. Don't give up even if it might feel like very difficult time. You have the moon here, also the new moon probably. So it's a very beautiful picture of you having this contact with the spiritual, with the soul, and also with the subconscious. And you're tired, but you're still going to, make the finish the mission. Kind of. It's like you have been swimming for a long time, feeling very tired, but you need to keep on a little bit longer with determination. The next card is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a very It's a very highly developed spiritual creature. It can be a Libra in your life or any air sign. It could be any person that's kind of very smart and has a very just sense of how things should be done. They are always looking for injustices and kind of being a little bit judgmental in situation to try to find injustices and point them out. So it might indicate that you feel a little bit unjustly treated, or maybe you don't get your voice really heard, because the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Swords are both cards indicating a person being silent. They're working really hard, and they are trying to solve things really hard, but they don't tell other people about it. It's like they try to fix this on their own. They are very proud people, both those, and they are relying on themselves only. They think that if they don't fix it, no one will fix it. It's kind of a distrust towards other people. So maybe it's indicating that you are trying to take on too much, or you have troubles with trust, or you have troubles to rely on others helping you. So we'll see where it goes with this. But probably your mind function is very clear, and it's just that maybe you are not trusting other people to help you. Here we have the Hermit, and he has the symbol of Virgo around his neck with this necklace. The Hermit is a person withdrawing from people, exactly as the Queen of Swords. Both of them are a little bit withdrawn and very much in tune with the spiritual realm. You can see the similarity of those cards. So it's like you are on a lonely journey, believing only in yourself, continuing determination, searching for like a solution inside of you. So it's good. We need to look inside of ourselves for a solution. Also look inside of ourselves to find out who we are. So maybe you're going through some kind of hardship that's actually going to open the gateway to your inner being, kind of revealing for yourself who you really are. And when you have learned this, maybe then you can start communicating this to others. But for now, it seems like this is a rather lonely period where you're withdrawing a little bit, and maybe you don't feel that you can burden your surrounding with your what's happening within you. But what's happening within you seems to be very significant. It's some kind of awakening, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of inner voyage. A lot of thoughts, a lot of maybe ideas, new inspiration, but it's very lonely also. All those three cards talking about a self-choose loneliness because of your maybe distrust or disbelief in humanity. Here we also have a King of Swords. So King of Swords is Aquarius. It can be any air person or any person at all having this. The King of Swords is not really like the Queen of Swords with this sharp mental judgment. He's a little bit more relaxed. He is a little bit more a people person. He is kind of a judge instead of someone being like this is more like a persecutor or a human rights lawyer. This is more like a judge. So he has like seen everything, been everywhere, and is a little bit like, he can make a judgment without really lifting his head from the pillow sometimes. It's like he can do the things he do in his sleep. So this is a person having like, he has sorted out what's the right and the wrong thing to do here on earth, and he's usually very tired of wars, very tired of fighting. So it seems like you are building up here with all this withdrawal from humans and all this energy being put into your endeavor, like you're building up to a bit of feeling where you are a bit tired of it all. This is like this beautiful archetype within you that knows a lot of things before they happen, not because he has this beautiful intuition, this feminine intuition, but because he has seen and done it all. So he says, it's like he says that don't do this, it will go wrong. And when people do this anyway, he say, well, I told you so. So he can be really difficult, like someone, a know-it-all. But in the same sense, he is your protector. He is sometimes a little bit not so brave, because he sees everything that can go wrong. So it's kind of a father figure, grounding his children, telling them they can't go to that party, that mate is totally wrong for them, and that he will shoot them in the behind if they show their face. So it's kind of this strict father that has a lot of experience, but maybe needs... it can be a guide for you, but probably... people need to make their own mistakes, because if they are not, they are never going to come to the level of the King of Swords. They are never going to have all this knowledge. So it's like you're a bit tired of people not knowing the things that you know. It's like you feel separated from other people because you see all things, like how it's going to go, what's going to happen, how things are going to resolve or not resolve, or how things are going to go into chaos because of different maybe decisions that people make. So it's like you're a bit tired of it all. It's like you are feeling like, why can't they see the things that you are seeing? If you're going to be this father figure and this sharp mother figure and this hermit figure, maybe you need to be less tired and more like taking a teacher's approach. We had the 5, the Hierophant coming down. So the Hierophant is a teacher, a spiritual teacher towards other people. So maybe you, Aries, are not supposed to be tired and judgmental of humanity. Actually, it seems like you should be their teacher, and with great patience. Maybe not being this dosed off judge that can make up judgment in their sleep. Maybe be more interested in your fellow humans and helping them with whatever endeavors they can have. Maybe not in this know-it-all kind of sense. Maybe you need to, well, couldn't you try this instead? Or couldn't you, maybe if you see it like this, I'm not the one to judge, you can say, to not, because people know, they know that this is what's coming from you. They know that you are looking to them, on them, and sighing inwardly. So try to help people, try to be more humble, and try to accept that, well, if they don't know, they need someone who teach them what they should know. The next card is a 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is, of course, the troubles that all those thinkers has. It's like you have all those beautiful archetypes probably inside you, also probably be mirroring on the outside in your life. So a Libra, a Virgo, and an Aquarius. Those are very competent archetypes in your life, showing justice, order, judgment, downloading like visions from the divine, and all those thinkers are going to give you a headache. They are going to give you sleepless nights. They are going to make you really worried. And there's a 9, and here's another 9. So it's kind of, 9s are showing that you're almost grown up, but not really. 9s are, it's a kind of a card for teenage revolution, or not wanting to take responsibility, even though you're pushed to do so. So I think, as I told you before, that you need to take a more grown-up approach to this, not being so tormented about what you see, but actually, putting down some effort into fixing it. When you don't fix things, they will torment you at night. Like, you try to avoid problem, maybe avoid talking to people, maybe avoid addressing certain issues. But when you're going to sleep, all those issues is going to come and haunt you because you haven't resolved them during the day. So if you can't sleep, make a list of the things worrying you and all the different solutions that you have to all the problems that's parading in your inner vision, and try to just write them down and say, okay, I will fix them one by one, start tomorrow. And maybe then you can sleep. And then you need to address, don't take on too much over your head, like too much problems, but take the easiest one from the list that's going to be most easy to solve. Make that call, do that little chore or whatever it is that's preventing you from having this deep sleep, because you're thinking too much, but you're solving too little. This is what I see. Overly thinking, estimating all the problems, but not really wants to touch the thing with actually making something about it, because it's like you're tired of it all. I feel a great tiredness. Like, well, it's no idea. It will be the same again, but it won't. If everyone changes and everyone wakes up, there won't be the same. So here is in the now, and here we have a 7 of coins, and it comes underneath the wands card. So it shows like, well, there's a lot of work that you have already done, and you might need to celebrate some of those achievements. Look at where you have come, like look at the journey that you have made. This is amazing how far you have been able to grow, like a person, like with all your different scenarios in life. The 7 of coins is a time where there needs to be some stillness, because it's like those coins here need to grow into they are possibilities, but they need to grow into materialized stuff. So you have been putting in a lot of work to this, and now it's a time of wait. It's a time of patience. It's a time of reflection. It's almost like, pregnancy, or a time where you can't really, fix it now. You need to fix things step by step. And let things grow also on their own accord, like putting in a word there, seeing how this word that you have given to someone is maybe, growing in their lives, making something beautiful. And then you put in another word, and you have like a little bit patient. Don't be so impatient with people. They won't learn like with you complaining the first time. Maybe they will learn with you teaching them for the maybe 20th time. So patience is needed, and some time with rest, maybe, to kind of digest all the things that have been going on in your mind. Underneath the Queen of Swords, we have the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is a wish card. It's probably what you want to have from this investment that you have made. 9 of Cups is a beautiful card, having your needs met. So you have been a gruesome thinker for a while, thinking heavy thoughts about what you don't want, probably. Now it seems to be a time where you need to figure out what you do want. All this energy that you have created and put in all this effort into thinking like all these problems and their solutions, try to look at possibilities and hope and dreams, and where you want to be in 5 years. Try to not have such a gruesome picture of your reality. Try to find what's really making you happy. And if you can't find anything because you're very heavy in your thoughts right now, try to imagine just little things, like what would made you happy right now. Could anything make you happy? Maybe doing something, reading a comic, or going out on a walk, or whatever. So try to adjust your vision a little bit, adjust your attraction point a little bit from this dark night of thoughts and estimating like where your life has become and what the world has become, to actually dreaming about what you really want to have instead. What would you replace this with? What we need to dream for our future. If we don't, we won't have one. New solutions, new things being born into the world, they come with your actions and your dreams and your imaginations. So if you don't like the current situation or the current state that the world is in, change it. Be the change that you want to have. So really central here comes the Queen of Wands, and that's of course you, my dear Aries, being flagged by the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here, and the Hermit, Virgo, out over your head. So this is a mirroring of the inside of you. The Queen of Wands is a very strong character. She's very determined. She's will strong, and you see this beautiful tattoos around her eyes, or makeup. It seems more like a tattoo. It's kind of fire, and you see this again with this shooting star around her. This is as a person being, it's a creator. And this is you. So you have very much power, and you have a lot of imaginative power, a lot of, intellectual power that you actually can use in your creation process. Instead of making, these nines with the heavy thoughts and the feeling like all thing is a struggle and a lot of pain, try to imagine a more beautiful future for yourself. Oh, and here we have the Emperor, so Aries again. You can actually see the Aries here in the window glass here. He also had the Ankh symbol around his neck. It's a bit debate of what the Ankh symbol really means, but for me it's like the womb. It most resembles the symbol of Venus, and it was first depicted in Isis, having this in a buckle around her belt at her stomach area. So I think it's kind of the womb. Some is also telling that it's a combination between masculine and feminine attributes, and it's a symbol for Taurus as well. And you have the sun here on the backside, kind of with her having the shooting star. So this is you, Aries. You also have eagle symbols here, kind of showing this mental ability that you also have as being the head of all the star signs. So a lot of determination and leadership skills is needing. Like, you need to steer your empire where you want it to go. Don't just abandon your children, your your co-humans, and let them drove with the wind. Collect the people in your surrounding and help them, guide them into this future that you envision. So the next card is the Chariot. So the Chariot is a beautiful picture with Sagittarius energy and Cancer energy moving together, creating something. So you need to take your emotional side and your more fiery side and take them into the same, moving into the same direction. You have like kind of a heart or Isis symbol here as well, depicting the Taurus again and the divine feminine. The time of Earth, it was probably more than 3,500 years ago. We went out of Taurus. The age of Taurus was a very spiritual realm where Buddhism were awakened. Also the monotheistic religions with first Emperor Akhenaten, dreaming forth this vision of the sun being our god. And this created a movement with all the religions that we have today, and for better and for worse. And they are coming galloping through the waters here, and there's a ray of light coming down here, very obvious. This ray of light is all your thoughts. They might heavy, and they might feel heavy and be weighing you down, but they are just, angel radio. So as I said, write them down. It's kind of your mission board. So what you're supposed to do or solve or say. Sometimes it could be a long quarrel between people. It's just there to kind of for you to write it down, have attention on it, so you know more clearly your standpoint in different situations. You also have the moon here. The subconscious is being fueling this chariot. The chariot is going somewhere. It wants to expand. It's like you're moving very hastily into the future that you have been dreaming for. So something is really going to happen, and it's action coming from you. It's your energy, and it's the wings here, talking about spirituality, talking about your thoughts being like what I said, angel radio. It's like you're downloading something here that's very important. And even if it will feel heavy at a time, it will lead to something good. So give some attention to it, not making, gruesome stories out of it, but actually solutions instead. Action is going to be needed here. First rest and kind of deciding what you want, then use your Aries energy to get what you want. It's very simple. For me anyway, to say this. Okay, so the last row is for the future, and here we have an Ace of Swords. That's all of your downloads that we have been seeing. It's the birds of prey again, those wings, talking about spiritual energy. It's also the triangle in the circle, so it's kind of your soul manifested on earth in a feminine form. It's also being everything in a star cycle. You have the triangle and the circle here again, and it's bonds. So it's like you're here on a mission. You're not here just to fix yourself and your own life. You're here so your actions, like a soul here on earth, can be spread like rings on water, having an effect on the whole universe, actually. Angel radio being coming very clearly. So I think you have prophetic thoughts here and now. And prophets, they are usually tormented creatures. So that's probably why you have been feeling tormented. But it was just, downloading of high frequency energy that's almost like, nails on a whiteboard or a board, This is how this energy has been feeling when you downloaded it. But when you are going to start using it, it's going to be very prosperous. So nothing bad that hasn't some good with it. So the next card is the Page of Swords. So it's kind of the pure energy of this swords being granted towards you. Both those cards are talking about it's like a new pristine energy, something that only you know. Something has been downloaded through you. This is is energy, very fresh, pristine, revolutionary, something that's going to change the world. So you need to, it's like, all the great thinkers in the history of time, they have always faced great opposition, but in retrospect, they were right. So this is kind of you knowing you are right, but people around you don't. And this is where your patience needs to come in. To understand, okay, you know something that other people don't know. So don't be so disturbed about they not seeing your vision. It's like you need to see the vision, so they eventually will be able to see it. It's like you being the shaman of the tribe, downloading some information that needs to be visible for each and every one, but it's coming through you because you might have the highest energy to receive this. So be able to share what you have seen with your tribe, even if they are resisting you. So be diplomatic, try to, put some seeds down with new thoughts, like here and there, opening up people's belief system, kind of making small cracks in their hard shells of assumptions. The next card is an Ace of Coins. So you have both the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Coins. And this is probably something going on a greater planetary scale, since I got the same cards for Leo. Actually, the Seven of Coins too, as I recall. So it's a time where new things are being born down to earth, and this is a gateway which you will come towards your new future, to the future that you have been downloaded, to your Hermit, through your Aries being this Queen of Wands, and into this gateway. So it's like a new adventure where we need strong leaders, we need visionary people, we need people that can see the truth of things. Going through this portal, it's a maturing process, so you need to be very grown up to be able to take in this energy, taking responsibility for your own action, feelings, reaction, everything, but in the same time being very communicative with this. So you see the Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Page of Swords. So it's kind of something being born through the Queen of Swords here, a vision, a beautiful vision about the future, about your relationships. Maybe you need to put a little bit more authority in your relationship, kind of making a guideline where you want to go. The Chariot is two energies being forced together or being like need to cooperate. So it might be you and some other person that's going on this this journey together, or it might be that you have a teaching situation with someone in your close surrounding. They might also be teaching you. You have Virgo and Aquarius and Libra over your head, so you might get ideas from other people as well, making your way through this gateway. And it's Ace. This is pure air, pure earth. This page is also a pure elemental, so it's very pure energy coming through here, very new, very pristine, very but this is kind of old. It's like you're remembering something, and therefore when you have remembering what you were supposed to remembering, you are able to walk through this gateway. You are able to kind of ascend into the next level of existence. So, and here you have a Three of Wands. So that's your dreams. To the King of Swords, the Aquarius, Aries, and then this Three of Wands, like this vision. It's like your ship's coming in. It's like something is happening and something magical that's coming from you, and probably through your feminine side. But this feminine side is not the way of the peaceful feminine. It's the masculine feminine, actually. Swords and wands, feminine energy. So feminine energy kind of being on a war path or being very determined, very decisive, taking charge, taking leadership, things like this. And this is going to make your ships coming in. A new vision, something which you won't compromise about, because it's coming really clearly here. Also, King of Swords, the Emperor, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, downloading. This is Trinity. So it's probably that you're also experience very clearly masculine and feminine energy that need to be put together in this Chariot and going to be materialized through the Three of Wands. It's like partnership, communication, sending letters, texting people, but also having this vision. So if people don't want to, join you in your vision, you will keep on looking until you find the right ship. So it's like non-compromise, not so much compromise anyway. You need to, of course, be very intuitive and listen to other people, and also being very diplomatic in kind of, letting them know how you feel. But it's a very strong energy here, so it's very much determination. And here you have the World card. So the World card is it's a person that has been and done everything, and it's like a final test with all you have learned, and this will take you through this gateway, to this new vision, to this new ships. It's this is, of course, ships is relationships, and the World card is sometimes talking about higher relationships, things that's where you're supposed to meet a person. It's destined. And here it's the Ace of Coins, so it's like taking things to the next level in relationships, and probably learning a lot from this relationship, and probably going to a final test because you have learned something. And you see this learning is coming from the Nine of Swords due to the Chariot, action, having problems, action, and solving. So it seems like you will be put through some test where you'll be forced to solve your problems. Probably you have done this same thing over and over and over again, but it's like you need to do it once more. This card also came for Leo, so it might be something going on a planetary scale where a lot of people is kind of releasing their old karma and finding their way home to themselves. So very beautiful. So I'll take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see what's going on here. Oh. We have the Desert Prince and the River Queen. The River Queen also came for Leo, but you're fire sign, both of you. The Desert Prince is probably more like this energy, what I talked about, like you being very, like you think that you are the only one that sees, you are the only one that knows, and you can only trust yourself. It's like the Desert Prince, survival, false promises. And you have a Leo here as well, and the pyramid is showing ancient knowledge, what I felt with you downloading some old memories here. And the moon again, much like the chariot here. So it's something that you ought to remember. No pressure. just accept what you know, and that you know that what you know, so you don't have to stress yourself, but try to be more, align yourself more with you, and trust yourself and your own instincts, and try to not be so lonely. Try to open up a little bit for love. We also have the sacred union here, kind of talking about the chariot thingy. So you need people in your life. You are not supposed to be alone. So you need to, if you think that they don't know you, or they are not like the kind of person that you want in your life, or there's some problem with your relationships, you need to start talking. You need to start sharing all the things that you have inside of you that you are keeping silent about. If you want people to get to know you, you need to tell them who you are. So the Desert Prince might feel tough and everything, but in the end of the day, he's just a lonely Desert Prince. Okay. So, past life oracle cards for you. We have the arts there, and male, female. So the arts is personal growth. Male, female is this, what we saw with the chariot, and also with the sacred union. Like you, I saw that you were working a lot with putting together your feminine and your masculine side. Probably you have a bit difficulty to really embrace your feminine, because the feminine came out as really masculine. So this is your Desert Prince thingy, I would presume. So there's things left to be done with balancing this even more. But it's you're well on your way. What you need to do is to not be this lonesome Desert Prince, but actually being able to fulfill your needs, and dream of how those needs could be fulfilled. This is a wish card. Make a wish. You have a million of wishes. The law of attraction is saying what you beg for or what you are praying for, you will get. So be also careful what you pray for, because if you pray for, oh, I wish I could, be alone for the rest of my life because people are gruesome, then it's probably what you're going to encounter. This one, he bleeds alone. He is not strong in that sense that he needs to be lonely to have control. If he is with other people, he needs to start changing. He needs to take in more softer sides. He needs to compromise. He needs to tell people what he feels. So this is more trouble. It's easier to be alone and to, feel all like you're know-it-all, and the other people don't know anything. But maybe they have something to teach you if you would actually join together with people and open up to them and start telling how it feels inside this masculine chest, how it really feels. So you have a little bird there. It's probably significant. The bird is your, it's kind of your soul that's in your body until you die. Then it will go out and join together with the ka, your soul that's in another dimension. And we have this pyramid here, so maybe some Egyptian memory for you that's being downloaded. So the arts is for you, remembering who you are and working on yourself, and this is a never-ending work, so it will continue. Okay, my dear Aries, it seems like a beautiful and important time where you will feel more strong than you have felt before, because the feelings that you had before here was actually just like you downloading stuff that you needed to know in your now. And you are going to use them in your future in a very beautiful way. You are going somewhere with great haste, and it seems very beautiful and it's like old problems is going to solve themselves. It's like salvation of karma It might be like you're remembering like 100,000 lives right now, and it feels like really hard. You might not remember them, you know, in your awakened mind, but maybe in your body. All this tormentation might be the heavy burden of all the lives that you have lived. And now they are going to be like just, you know, it's like a black hole, just putting attention to those lives and then releasing them like this. So you're not supposed to stay with each and every one and solve them, but there's a lot of burdens here, a lot of pain, you know, all the deaths that you have experienced. So that might be what's making you feel like you're a bit tired and you have seen everything already. And then you need to take new build up new energy to decide, okay, this was your past life, what will you do with the rest of your new life, the life that's now, when your karma is actually being released? What's going to be the next cycle of your life? What do you want to experience? What kind of things do you still want to know in your life? What kind of things would make you happy? Try to figure this out, because it's going to be a new start. Okay. Thank you, beautiful Aries, for watching this far, and take really good care about yourself. And I hope to see you again in the beginning of Mars. Okay, bye-bye.